Welcome to the Explainer. So today we're taking on a totally structured but really fun challenge, mastering the absolute building blocks of early reading. You know, if you've ever wondered how letters literally lock together to create meaning, kind of like puzzle pieces, you are absolutely in the right place. We're going on a phonetic adventure to break down, sound out, and really visualize the very foundation of reading itself. Let's get into it. We've got exactly 30 words to master today. Just 30. And the cool thing is, all 30 of these words share one absolutely crucial element, the short I sound. As you'll see by the end of this explainer, mastering just these 36 words, it's basically a master key that's going to unlock thousands more for you.
Now to help us map all these patterns, check out our guide for this explainer. It's a lime green letter I just zooming around on a tiny unicycle. Notice how he's juggling those blocks? Well, he's going to be leading our word hunt today, keeping our energy way up and our focus razor sharp as we uncover the pretty clever mechanics hiding inside the English language.
But before we actually start hunting for words, we've got to understand our target, right? And our target today is the I sound. It's short, it's really crisp, and it sits squarely right in the middle of every single one of our 30 challenge words. I want you to think of this I sound as our foundational anchor. It's literally the central wheel that our guide's entire unicycle adventure is balancing on.
And this gives us a brilliantly repeatable decoding formula. It's so simple. We just take a starting sound, like P, add our anchor vowel, I, and cap it with G. Put it together really fast, and what do you get? Pig. This simple architecture is an absolute game changer for building reading confidence, because once you know the formula, you can apply it to almost anything. All right, level 1, the I, G, and IN families. Let's jump in.
So we decode our first 5 words by connecting that is sound to some really memorable, kind of hilarious visuals. I mean, think of a pig wearing cool sunglasses that somehow morphs into a colorful wig on a stand. We can picture a big expanding balloon, someone digging a massive hole in the sand, or just a delicious sweet fig. See, we anchored the sound of the image, and a pattern just sticks seamlessly in our minds.
Now, just by shifting that final consonant over to an N, boom, we unlock the IN family. Imagine a shiny safety pin sitting right next to a trash bin. A shark fin splashes in the water, a gold trophy celebrates a massive win, and we wrap it up with a simple tin can. Seriously, just swapping out those outside consonants gives us 10 words already. Moving right along to level 2, the IP and IT families.
Here in the IP family, I want you to really notice the bouncy, almost rhythmic actions we get. You might point to your lip, balance on the very tip of your toes, dip a crunchy chip into some spicy salsa, rip a piece of paper, or zip up a warm jacket. These physical actions actually bring the sound to life and give the words this awesome kinetic energy.
Okay, now change that final sound to a T and a whole new set of actions just pops up. You can sit in a chair, take a small bit of an apple, finally find a shirt with a perfect fit, hit a ball gently with a bat, or pack up a small medical kit. The core vowel? It stays exactly the same, but the ending totally dictates the action.
Take a look at the direct contrast here. It's actually pretty wild how changing one single final consonant completely alters the whole meaning, while keeping our core I sound beautifully intact. Just compare dip and sit. You have the exact same vowel anchor, but the mechanics of your mouth totally shift at the very end to close out the word. Recognizing these tiny shifts, that is literally the ultimate shortcut to fluency.
And here we are at level 3, the ID and mixed words. The ID family really grounds us with this repeating does sound at the end. Picture a super happy kid playing a game where they hid behind a wall. Or imagine putting a lid securely on a hot pot, or raising your hand high to place a bid at a really bustling auction. This totally reliable structure makes predicting these words just incredibly easy.
And finally, we are crossing that 30-word finish line with a rapid-fire mix of endings. Ready? 6 fingers, a mix of warm soup, using a tool to fix a toy, a baby's bib, pointing to a rib, and the tiny nib of an ink pen. And just like that, we track down all 30 words. How cool is that?
So what does this all mean? Well, by systematically mastering these 30 words, you haven't just memorized some random list. No, you have internalized a whole system. You've locked in the is sound and built this robust linguistic foundation that's going to allow you to instinctively decode thousands of other words. You really understand how the pieces fit together now.
You've successfully decoded the short I, and honestly, huge congrats for that. But this is really just the beginning. The mechanics we looked at today,
They apply to the entire English language. So, now that you've got the formula down, are you ready to see how the letter O completely rewrites the rules? Keep that in mind, and we'll see you in the next explainer.